Let me roll my windows up here real quick. So, like, I've had a rough couple days. I had a friend, that I was trying to help, and we got him a place to live and stuff. He was having a hard time, and so we moved in with my other friend, and he's pretty messed up. Well, he got really out there on drugs and stuff, and like I try to be open about a lot of things. And he was a good guy at heart. Like, he former MMA fighter and everything. Well, he was seeing stuff and everything, and well, I guess he stole a cop car. He drove from DeWitt, like 20 miles away, back into Lansing. I was asleep. He runs in my house, runs to the basement. This all happens in less than like 30 seconds, right? He runs into from my house, runs into my back door, which he did stay with me for a couple weeks a while back. So he knew, like, I usually my house is unlocked at certain times, stuff, because I have a friend that works nights that's been staying with me. And anyway, he runs in the house. He grabs my gun from where I was at, which at night I usually have my gun within reach of me in case something happens, because I've had things happen at night before where I've needed it, unfortunately. And during the day, it's locked up, it's safe. And anyway, he comes in, he grabbed my gun, and I just woke up. I heard him coming in, freaking out and stuff. And he grabs my gun. I'm fighting with him, and I'm fighting my butt off, try to get it back from him, even though I shouldn't be, but I'm scared because I have kids in the house and my family and everything, and like I don't want anything to happen to them, like it was that bad. And he wasn't trying to hurt any of us or nothing. Like, he wasn't even trying to fight me back, really. He was just trying to keep away from me and run back out of the house. I didn't care what the situation was. He was trying to steal my gun and whatever, and he was saying they were trying to kill him. And and then when we get back outside, I realized he was driving a police car. And this is all in the news on it was supposed to be on Channel 10. And anyway, we get out there and I see that he was in a cop car, and I thought I counted out enough because he was about to come back, and I thought he was going to give me the gun back. But then all of a sudden, the rest of the police officers that were chasing him pulled around the corner, so he ran into the car, took off with the car, tried to drive through a dead-end guardrail, which that didn't work. Full bore in a sheriff's SUV, and it didn't really work for him. And they got him. No shots were fired or nothing, but the officers did let me know he tried to shoot and fire, and it was just a really bad deal. And unfortunately, the whole point of this, earlier in the day, he got kicked out of the other person's house that he was staying at, and we were going to try to get him help and stuff like that, and try to get him medical help, whatever we could do, which we were doing. Well, we called the police department because they said we had to call the non-emergency number, and they would have to come get him and all this and take him to the hospital for medical evaluation. Well, unfortunately, they never showed up to our house because, it was non-emergency. And so, but once he figured out that someone was coming to try to take him to the hospital, he freaked out and ran and took off. And this is why I tell people all the time, if you believe someone needs help, try to get them the help, because now he's going to probably do, anywhere from 10 to 25 years because he stole a cop car, stole a gun, resisted arrest. I mean, the charges just are going to go up and up and up and up. And it all could have been avoided if we would have been able to get him in there earlier, and maybe, 10, whatever the years could be a lot less. It sucks to think about, but if someone's having a hard time, no matter what it is, guys, try to use your heart, care for them. Everyone's like, oh, well, he broke in your house with a gun. He wasn't trying to hurt me, and he didn't believe though that they were cops either. Like, in his head, I think he thought he was fighting something completely different, because he believed 100% they were trying to kill him. He never said the word cop in any of the conversation. He never nothing. And I mean, he was definitely seeing things out there, guys. Like, it could have been dragons for all I know. It was definitely, I was scared for my family either way. Half of his head was working because he knew that either way, running from the police and everything. The fact that he decided to come all the way to my house and come and try to get my firearm and everything else, or I don't know if that was his initial intention, or if it was to come to where he knew my house was safe because he felt safe there before he said it, and then he just saw it there by chance and went for it, or what. Like, either way, one, don't do drugs, people. Two, if you know people doing drugs or whatever and you think they need help, it never hurts to offer and ask them, hey, if there's anything I can do for you, call me. Or if they're that gone, call somebody for him. Friend, family, medical staff, whatever you can do. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good day. Thank you.